I've never done that before. I saw it the other day. I think I saw you do it. I'm like, is that in there?
Yeah. I have to. Did you pay to? Do you actually? Yeah, it doesn't say StreamYard on here.
I paid the money. I figured I want some semblance of professionality. Is that word?
I think that's my next step.
Yeah. So yeah, I bought the time to get rid of the watermark. I think it does some other things too, but the watermark kind of bugged me.
Yeah. A little bit of free advertisement there, right?
Right. Yeah. Like I'm not like we're using StreamYard, just so everyone knows. Like freaking everybody in the entire world that does stuff like this uses StreamYard.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's so easy. It's like the easiest thing in the world to do. All right. We got chat. We got chat going on already, and I'm missing. I'm really bad at this, guys. So what do we got? We got Knight of Ren. What's up? We got Sword and Storm. How you doing? Rhino Hobbies is in the house. Kato's Collection's in the house. Eli Nerd Rider. How you doing? Review Booze. JR Kaneko. We got a lot of familiar people here.
Yes.
I'm getting the stream off by pouring myself a nice beer.
There you go. It's earlier for you, so I could technically have my one cider. So
yeah, it is early. So I'm on antibiotics right now, and I have to eat with them. So I'm just not doing my diet. So today's just like a fuck it kind of day. Yeah. Kato, thank you for doing that. It's nice of you. It's weird because like I did that for you, so it's just basically like you're giving me $5 back. So we'll keep going back and forth. It'll be a fun thing. And Papa Gord's frozen in time. There you go.
Trade off. What? Ooh.
Murray Jackson's in the chat. Sword and Storm. Why is Hasbro trying to bankrupt me? Man, we're going to talk about that today. We're definitely going to talk about that today. He let me borrow $5. Oh, it's weird because it's like we're just slowly giving YouTube a bit of money every time we pass it back and forth. It's like they're siphoning off 30% of it every time.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's fun to do. So thank you so much for throwing me that $5. Let's see here. Knight of Ren says he got the Cad Bane and Incinerator Trooper. Both figures are straight. Straight fire, right. I was like, I don't read emojis. You know, I'm 38, so emojis are like something that I don't really I don't pay attention to.
So anymore? I don't know. I use I use them.
I use them. I just don't read them. I don't know. Did you get your Cad Bane?
I got mine ordered, but Ren seems to be, every time I look on his Instagram, and that dude's finding stuff like crazy. So
yeah, I want to know where he shops. What magical toy store does he shop at?
Mm-hmm.
Barry Dean is in the chat. What's up, Mr. Barry Dean? Thank you for the care package. I haven't I filmed an unboxing for like PO Box stuff, and I just haven't gotten around to editing it because it's a lot of stuff's been going on. Yes, I got some Pulse boxes here. I'm gonna open them up in the stream. Rick wants people to smash that like. If you guys want to smash the like button, you can, but I just normally click it. I would say it's just a click, so it doesn't like harder if the harder you click. So just whatever, it's fine.
There you go.
Oh, so that's his secret. He shops on Mercari. That he's paying those special taxes there.
Okay. Yeah, it's not definitely not a Canadian thing. Can't order from there up here. So
no, I refuse to. That's just one of those things. I actually was going to sell stuff on Mercari, and then I didn't. It was too much. All right, so Papa Gord, welcome to my live stream.
No, this is fantastic. Good way to spend a Saturday afternoon. So
I'm happy you think that.
Yes,
I could think of a couple better ways, but I mean it's what I have going on right now. So
that's okay. I did enough outside work. We tore down the patio and put it in the garage and put the trailer away and
I just imagine. Okay, so at first when you said that, I was imagining you like sledgehammering concrete for some reason, and then you're putting it in the garage. Like I know you just read your basement, but I don't know what Canadians do. Do you like?
Yeah, you got to put the patio furniture back in where it stays so it doesn't get covered in snow. So
that makes sense.
Is the barbecue and our outdoor little chimney fire pit thing or whatever. So until the first snow hits, and we'll go from there. I'll still barbecue in the middle of a blizzard if I have
to. You're like my mom. She'll barbecue in the pouring rain.
I would do that if I still had an awning. No more awnings. So yeah, the rain, I'm kind of like, no, I'll tab. But snow, sure, why not? So put the toque on and I'll be out there grilling burgers and dogs. So yeah.
Oh man, you're speaking my language here, Papa Gord.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we should do this like an interview or we should just talk. Because I had no plan for this. I was like, I had previous plans today and those fell through. So I'm like, it's the first Saturday of the month. I'm going to live stream, and then I feel like I never have people on my live stream, and I can. So I was like, Papa Gord, that's a good first person to have on my live stream right here.
That's cool. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I keep forgetting myself. I was gonna stream tomorrow, but I guess I don't have to now. So, which is good. So,
I mean, that's true. I guess you're just kind of killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah. I got to get. I had a package from a subscriber come in yesterday, so I filmed that late last night. So I still got to put that up, and then I found the last two figures I needed for the newest wave.
I saw.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about pre-orders. What I want to know is how many pre-orders do you currently have?
Ooh, okay. So I know I have 4 out of the 5 holiday troopers on pre-order, 3 of the 5 of the credit, which I can't believe I'm going in with some of those, but that's okay. I think the 4 Walmart Clone War exclusives. I've got the Cad Bane and the Armorer exclusives. So there's probably about 20. I'd say at least 12. And then because I found Akbar and Tebow last night, I contacted one of the companies I use and said, "Hey, can you float that to the Incinerator Trooper and the Phase 1 Clone Trooper?" And he's like, "Yep, done and done." So I'm like, okay, and then there's the Purge Trooper with the Electro Staff.
Right. Oh man, there's so many pre-orders going on right now.
Yeah. So those have actually started to come out as of yesterday up in Canada. Okay. And then Darth Nihilus.
Is that the Scout Trooper too?
Yeah, the Scout Trooper, Darth Nihilus. So yeah, there's at least 20 figures on order right now. So
yeah, so I think right now I've got on pre-order, I've got the entire Rebels wave. I've got the entire Phase 4, whatever we're calling it, first wave. I haven't gotten any of those. They're on pre-order. I've got the entire second wave on pre-order as well. I've got 4 out of the 5 of the credit collections on pre-order. I've got 4 of the 5 of the holiday troopers on pre-order. I've got yours on pre-order too, by the way. So I got you covered on that one, the Best Buy one.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so that's 4.
I was talking with Dan Larson on Toy Galaxy the other day, and he's like, "I'm just so because I was waiting for Cad Bane to drop because we all knew it was going to drop, or at least the people that kind of have their ear on the ground, and basically follow Yak Face. Let's be honest. So,
yep.
So I was just kind of casually chatting with Toy Galaxy, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just waiting for this. I'm at work. I'm like working, also refreshing my phone, also chatting. So it was kind of a fun day. But I'm like, I'm just waiting for this Cad Bane to drop, and he's like, I'm so done with pre-orders. And I just thought about it. I'm like, it's true. Like I feel like right now I've got more figures on pre-order than have come out this year so far.
Yeah.
It's like we know all the figures that are coming out this year for the most part at this point, and I've got like, I would say 60% of them still on pre-order, and I've got like 40% of them in here.
Yeah, no, I would say that the hunt between whether or not COVID or it's just that they're cutting back on the amount, so there's not so many peg warmers, because once a wave drops, it's gone. Like I never see there's nothing on the shelves anymore. So
nope.
It's I miss the hunting part, but I don't miss the frustration. So yeah, the pre-ordering, and then EB screwed me when they canceled my whole wave, and then I had to go and start finding them individually from different places, and then paying more because I have my Edge card and I like that 15% discount.
Sure, yeah. I got the same thing going on. Yeah, so what? Well, I've got all the GameStop ones on pre-order except for I don't think the Scout Trooper's up yet for us. Oh, and then I was just reading chat. I forgot about the 4 Walmart exclusives that I've got on pre-order. The Ahsoka, the 332nd Trooper, all that stuff. So yeah, it's crazy. It's like the polar opposite of last year, when I feel like we went like a good 4 months without anything.
Yep.
From like I think I got the Ezra wave in June, and then there was nothing until Force Friday in October.
Yeah. That I think I said one too many times that those Marvel Legends guys get nailed with so many releases, and we're like, whoo, that's so bad. And in this, they just opened the floodgates and just said, "Suck it, like take it all." So no lube or not. So,
and a lot of them are just repaints, which I don't know how I feel about, to be honest with you. How do you feel about the kind of repaints you've been getting?
I've been slowly starting to set the shelves up a little bit better, and then coming across the old figures and the updated head sculpt, and starting to think, do I put the old ones away? Luke.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've started doing. So like for instance, the Bespin Luke Skywalker, it's clearly better than the old one, and it's clearly not quite the same as the old one because it has a completely different head. So initially I'm like, well, I'll have both, and then I thought I don't need 2 of these figures on my shelf. Like, why would I put this essentially way outdated figure on my shelf? It's not a good figure. It was at the time, because that's all we had, but now that this new one came out, it's like the other one's garbage, essentially. Look at that. Eli Nerdwriter just subbed to Papa Gord. Look at that. I should see it. I'm really bad at this shit. I'm super bad at this. If you guys, Papa Gord and I have gone, we've been, how long have we been friends, Papa Gord? 2018? Yeah,
three. It got to be years? Probably at least 3 years, I think now.
Yeah, something like that.
I think I've been YouTubing just over 2, I think. So
yeah,
this isn't my second year. It's only been 2.5 years on collecting Black Series, thanks to somebody. So
hey, it's not like I went to your house and was like, hey man,
Eli,
hey guy that I don't really know in Canada, you should play with Star Wars toys.
Yeah, well, like I said, I came across your channel sitting, I think, I don't know, it must have been a Transformer review, but then all of a sudden I was like, and then I just powered through, I think, your entire library pretty well, and that was enough to get me to go and take a peek. And like I said, it was the Jyn Erso, the Cassian, and the Flame Trooper were on clear for $5 each. So those were the 3 figures that were like, yes, please collect more of me. And they could have been probably 3 of the worst figures to possibly start with, but And then that's led me down to Eli's thing. Yes, am I a completionist? Yeah. Unfortunately, I am a figure completionist. And I'm, I guess, a convention completionist now, thanks to Brian,
Brian's fault.
Closing his cottage this weekend. So yeah, it is absolutely. So I have a hard time wanting to open stuff now because of him. And yeah, I could have probably passed on the Wampa already having the other one, but yeah, I'm a sucker. So
well, for me, the Wampa is okay to buy a second one. Number one, it's got a slightly different deco. And number two, like it's an animal. Like, of course, it's cool to have two Wampas. That's all the very loose justification I needed to buy a second Wampa for $30.
Yeah, I wish I could still save for oh man, that's making it hard as well. Is just the exchange rate and the shipping charges and stuff. So I know for me, Cad Bane, I just got the PayPal invoice came through today.
Yeah.
So Cad Bane's running me, I think $80 Canadian, and he's $29.99 in US. So yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, my wife Lily's here. Do you want to peek in and say hi?
Oh,
she's looking for Lily. I don't think I have any tape.
Well, and then I saw the new beer that I hadn't tried, and I felt like that was rude.
Yeah, well,
to not share.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep looking for tape.
Okay. Just so everyone, because I always get asked, the beer I'm drinking is called The Last Shrine by 8-Bit Brewing. It is a sour IPA with blueberry and plum in it, and it's actually not only is it delicious, but it looks pretty. Like, look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Carter, go get my cider out of the thing. After your cop chase. So Carter's playing GTA behind me right now.
Of course.
Or in front of me.
So I would say that I'm pretty much the same as you in terms of completionist, although I'm not as I made the decision a long time ago that I wouldn't super care about convention stuff because for the most part I have them. But I want one representation of every unique figure released so far. I don't know why I decided that. I just decided that one day, and then so far it was an easy goal. Like 2013, 2014, 2015, it was a very easy goal to keep. Yeah. But now in like 2020, with like 1,000 different repaints and store exclusives, I mean, compared to even 3 years ago, Black Series popularity is just ridiculous. It's skyrocketed in terms of popularity. So it's harder to get figures because more people are looking for the figures and more people are buying the figures to resell because they know that they're popular. So yeah, it's a lot different. The landscape has changed.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Especially the secondary market with those lovely people that like to to sell things to people for a whole lot more than they're worth. So yeah.
Oh, for sure. For sure. So Justin B wants to know if we ordered the credit collection, and the answer is yes. I don't think so. We talked about being an opener, and I'm a pretty staunch opener. I willingly hold on, let me fix my chair. I willingly and gladly opened up my 40th anniversary Kenner Boba Fett, despite the fact that it goes for like $200 or whatever. To me, it's a $20, $25, $30 figure or whatever, and I want it on my shelf. So I just that's not how I see toys. I don't see them for the dollar bills that they might be worth. I see them for the enjoyment I have by experiencing them with my hands.
Yes. Yep.
So, but sometimes, like for instance, with this credit collection, I feel like the packaging is part of the figure in this instance because they are reissues of figures we already have. And the whole credit thing is like it comes with an Imperial credit, which is nice, but it's decoed to look like the credits of the show, which are like beautiful hand-drawn pictures.
Yes. Yep.
So I feel like in this instance, the credit collection I might not open. I might like hang on my wall, which is weird to say, and I feel weird saying it because I'm an opener. but like I don't need another Mandalorian Din Djarin on my shelf. I already have two. I've got the carbonized and the regular, and I'm gonna have the Beskar one. So I don't need another one on there,
No, that's true. I think. Well, I mean, I've got those two Phantom Menace, right? The Obi-Wan and thing, and those ones
I probably
I agree.
wouldn't open those either.
No, those ones I left. Yeah, the
yeah.
Boba Fett for sure. I definitely cracked the second I got him from Brian, and then I think with the credit ones, I only managed to get 3. Best Buy doesn't sell action figures up in Canada,
which is weird.
Well, yeah, absolutely bizarre. Or sometimes you'll find some stuff closer to the Christmas season, and then which is the other one? Cara Dune, is that Target?
That's Target. So anything from Target that's pre-orderable, if it was online available, it's just a no-go. They sell out like instantly. Whether bots are just popular, but I think what it really is, I think bots and scalpers are part of it, but I think what it really is the other exclusives, GameStops and stuff, like they only get a small assortment in stores. The bulk of their stuff is online, whereas Target is the opposite. The bulk of their sales are in store. So I feel like they might put a small amount on the website to pre-order, and they leave the bulk of it to ship to their stores so people can go to their store to buy.
Yeah.
So I think that's why Target specifically tends to sell out really fast, is because of that.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
That's my theory. That's my theory.
Well,
yeah.
So Toys R Us apparently is starting to see more of the Target exclusives coming up to here, but it's the same thing. Like the Cobra Island stuff is just been showing up at Toys R Us the last weekish.
If you can get me a trooper, I would love you so hard.
I've hit Toys R Us a few times. If I would have gone to one city over today, I probably could have got the Baroness today.
That's the other one, the Baroness and the Trooper.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got 3 Targets within like a 5-minute driving distance of where I live. Like I live in the middle. There's 2 Targets on the same street, just like a couple miles down the road from each other. And then there's another one like kind of the opposite direction. So within a nice little circle, I can hit up 3 Targets very easily. And then if I go to work, there's like 2 other Targets that direction. And if I go the opposite direction, there's like 3 other Targets that direction. So I can in a day, in like 3 hours, I can hit up about 6 Targets. Wow. But it's a lot of gas. It's a lot of time. And I feel like in my area, there are a lot of collectors and scalpers all kind of vying for the same thing. So what I miss, I miss the days before like the BrickSeek and PopFinder websites, because then it was a little bit more even. Like it was the luck of the draw. You go to a Target, you see it there. Now it's like oh, I know this Target's got it, and there's the people getting employees to pull stuff from the back from them. I feel like it's not an unfair advantage because everyone can do it, but I feel like it narrows those margins of being able to find things in the wild enough to where, for me, it kind of takes the fun out of the hunt. I guess.
For sure. And we've got, I think, stocktrack.ca up here, but it's with the Walmarts, because again, I could literally walk 5 minutes to be at Walmart right now. Each Walmart seems to carry different things. So like if you're looking for Power Rangers and G.I. Joe, I won't find that across the street at my Walmart. So I'll see some Transformers, a lot of wrestling, and some Marvel and some Black Series, but very, very little bit. So if I want the good stuff, I got to go one city over and go between the two locations just to find things half the time. And that's where I got lucky, and I found Akbar and Tebow last night. So all the wave was there except for, of course, the Mando, Stormtrooper, and the clone, the Camino Troopers.
Of course.
Yeah.
So you got your Endor Heroes of Endor set, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But you're not opening it though. You're displaying it just kind of open, right?
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna have to like whoops, this way. There we go. Like that side or the Han Leia. This is the side that I've got up on the shelf and displayed right now. Because if you try to open this thing up, like it's big, and the speeder bike part is the biggest inconvenience out of the. It's a beautiful looking set, but it just pushes it so it's almost wants to fall off the shelf. So, yeah. So that's unfortunately it's going to go one side, the other, and whatever kind of a day I'm having, I guess, and I'll flip it around. But yeah, I can't believe that EB Games got them. Somebody posted it and said, hey, EB's getting some PulseCon stuff. And so I went on, and it sold pretty quick. And I think there's only, I don't know what there's 2 con items that are still kind of available, but it was all online. You couldn't order it in the store. So when it showed up, then I took my receipt back to the store, and then I got my discount on it. So it was like $30 back in my pocket. So it was still 200. So it was like, oh, so a little bit to swallow, but it's a gorgeous set.
What is that in the US? 200 smackers. I'm gonna do this on the power of the internet. Canadian in US. All right.
But $138.
Yeah, so it's a little bit more expensive than I would have paid, but by the time I factor shipping in, I feel like it's about the same. So it's not so bad.
Oh, no. But no, it was.
But I do. So that's another thing is I'm waiting on the Hasbro Pulse shipment. So when the Hasbro PulseCon exclusives went live, I got the Heroes of Endor set, the Pit of Despair or whatever. I got your Hellfire Club, and then I got the Wampa, and I got Cobra Commander. And
I missed him. I should have jumped on him.
I wish I had gotten that for you. But those haven't shipped yet. I do have one of the things that ordered separately because it was an hour later and it was still up for pre-order. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll get it. So I've got 2 exclusives here that I ordered kind of separately that I'll open in a bit. But yeah, I haven't gotten anything there. I got the Armorer that hasn't shipped yet, and I ordered 2 Cad Banes just in case you couldn't get one, and neither of those have shipped yet either.
Yeah, I had to get the Armorer through Robot Kingdom out in the UK, so because I missed. I must have been. It was just one of those things that I must have been working or whatever and didn't get a chance. And then when they're like, "Oh, there's the," and I'm like, "Of course, there's the deluxe." And curse you, Brian. Now I need that. You know. So, if I miss one, then I'll just and then I'll start paying through the nose, and I don't want to do that. So
for sure. That's so I don't even know. Like I want the convention exclusives of the Armor and Cad Bane specifically because of the extras they come with. I feel like they are 100% worth it. And I don't really feel the need to buy the single credit versions, except for I do still have them on pre-order, mostly because of that stupid side art that I'm not even going to display.
Oh, that's it. Yep. Yeah.
But I want to buy them. I don't know why, but I really want them. But like for instance, the Heroes of Endor, I've got that on pre-order, but I'm going to get the single package version of. Yeah. Does the kitty want to come in? Kitty, come here.
Come on. You have not been quiet for like a minute and a half. Go in.
You can leave the door open if you want. Yeah, just leave the door open. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right here, like me, right?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna play.
Okay, have fun.
Now she's.
Okay. Anyway, so I've got the Heroes of Endor set on pre-order, but I'm also going to get the single credit versions, and I don't know if there's anything extra in that package like there is in some of the other exclusives. So is there even a need to open those? Like, is there anything extra in there that I wouldn't get from buying the single credit versions of them?
Right. Yeah. That's true. Because you know that I think Poplu is probably going to get released
for sure
on his own eventually.
So I don't think the speeder bike will. Yeah, I don't think the speeder bike's going to get re-released, but I definitely think that the Poplu is going to get released to go with Tebow. And we're definitely going to get a Wicket at some point. Like we're gonna get I feel like we're gonna get a nice little Ewok collection at some point.
Yeah. Oh, I think so. Maybe one with the glider. Or that may be a convention one for next year. Maybe.
Man, I would love it if they did a Black Series glider.
Can I drink this, or
Yeah.
does it have to be yours?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. It's the only non-silent.
Can I try it?
You need to try it first.
No. Like I've put my tongue in your mouth. I don't really care about germs.
That's not what I was talking about.
Oh,
I just
okay.
meant, can I have a sip of it?
Oh, sure.
It's really good.
So just so that everyone knows, this is another 8-bit brewing. This one's called Dark Forces. It is a nice hazy DIPA, D-I-P-A.
Double IPA.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how to do the acronym is the problem.
Anyways, it's the only 8-bit in our fridge that's not a
Ooh,
sour. and I'm
it's
trying to keep
good.
the sours free.
It's
really
it's
good.
really
I
good.
know.
Yeah.
I like how they made him still 8-bitty. I
Yeah.
think he's still blocky.
Yeah, he's got the little ghost kind of imprint thing in them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh.
Okay, what were we talking about?
Sorry. I'll get
Talking about Star Wars. We're talking about Black Series.
Something.
Star Wars something.
Oh, if buying the individual figures, so like the Endor Pop Blue. Oh, Ewok set, yeah, with the hang glider. There we go.
Yeah.
Maybe too much cider already.
Yeah, for sure. Rhino, to answer your question, no, we don't go to the brewery for it. We have a friend that works there, and he brings beer to us essentially.
Yeah, I gotta get Thorn here. Here's my I'm into cider, so
Okay,
I don't really care much for. Yeah, so this one's a cranberry apple, which is nice. My favorite that these guys make, which are just a few hours away from us, they do a blood orange and apple, and they do a blueberry and elderflower and apple. Whew, super tasty. So yeah. And since it's getting chillier out, the cranberry's got just enough bite in it to make it all work and feel real good. So
nice. I
yeah,
like it.
there we go.
It's a good, nice, relaxing way to just kind of unwind.
Yeah.
Kato, you heard that correctly. You did not misunderstand anything.
Yeah. Yep.
It's always weird to me when you have like people that are obviously in a relationship where they're like so weird about germs. Like, how in a relationship are you guys if you're worried about germs? Eli, my cat's name is Callie. She is a tortoiseshell that we rescued back in 2015. So it's been about 5 years. It'll be 5 years in November. And she was 2 at the time, so she'll be 7 in November. What's up, Axel? How you doing, bud?
Oh, cool.
It's really hard to keep up with chat sometimes. It's like a full-time job here, just scrolling up and down, because I feel like I'm keeping track on things, and then suddenly like 1,000 people comment at the same time, and I miss some good stuff in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I keep forgetting that you click on stuff. So.
I do too. Like the last time I did this, there was like a good 15 or 20 minutes where I forgot that you could do that. I like it. It's a cool feature. Anyways, Tony, thanks for slipping the other 5, man. It's very nice of you to do that. Let's see. Going through here. Hashtag blessed, Rhino Hobbies. Hashtag blessed.
I would think so. Yep.
Oh, Kato. So I'm a whiskey guy myself. I don't know if you watched Bots and Shots, which is my one consistent Transformers thing I do on my channel still. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. But whiskey is what we do there, but we don't really sip it. We just straight shoot it. And that's actually, I think, Canadian whiskey is my jam.
Yeah. And you get some stuff that we can't, you think, which is just bizarre, is some of the flavors you've got for Crown Royal over there, we can't get up here. So,
well, you don't have any crazy flavors there that we don't have here. Like,
I think we saw a vanilla, and
we have vanilla. Yeah, we have vanilla. We've got peach. We've got apple.
Yeah, no peach. Apple you can get up here. I think a maple, of course.
Maple. I'm not. Yeah, I
Um,
mean that makes sense. Canadian maple. I think
Yeah.
apple's actually my favorite, other than just the regular. Like I almost said regular vanilla, but I don't mean vanilla as in the flavor. I mean vanilla as in like nothing added.
Yeah.
But my
So that's what
favorite
my
actually.
wife, she loves. Oh,
Hold up there. Hold up.
hey everybody. So let me read some comments here. Hey, Rommel from Australia. Yeah,
All right.
Sword and
So
Stone
yeah.
absolutely bought some.
Sorry. Yeah. No. Thanks for co-hosting. This is very good of you to do. Every year my wife gets me a fancy whiskey to drink for Christmas because my personal tradition when I was single was on Christmas Eve I would watch Star Wars and drink whiskey and try to pretend I wasn't alone. But so this is what she got me this year. I'm almost done with it, but it's the Crown Royal XO, and this is one of the absolute best, I would say, affordable whiskeys I've ever had. I mean, it's like I want to say it's like $60 or something like that for this, $50 maybe, but it's very smooth, very drinkable, very very good on the rocks, and that's all I got. Oh, yeah, we'll do a Papa Gord takeover. What we'll do is Papa Gord will do a video that I'll post on mine, and then I'll do a video that we post on Papa Gord's channel, and we'll have like a Freaky Friday situation.
Hey, there we go. There, yeah, that'll be okay. But yeah, Andrea, my wife, that's her favorite is Crown Royal. So that's where usually I can continue your Crown Royal bag collection. So
yes.
I haven't seen any new ones.
That's the other thing. So. You always send me those bags, which I love. They're so useful.
Oh yeah, yep. That was always my marble bag when I was a kid. So keep my marbles or my D&D dice in there or whatever. Mm-hmm. So,
do you play D&D now?
No, I don't have any friends. Like friends like
Papa Gord, I'm your friend.
I have internet friends and like you guys and stuff, but there's not enough with the way my work used to be, because I was a chef and a baker for 30 years. So it was holidays, weekends, you name it. So a lot of my other friends that I grew up with all got Monday to Friday, like 9 to 5 jobs. And I was never about that. And then now with working for the school board the last almost 5 years, it's still weird to go, yeah, I got weekends off and it's a holiday. I don't have to get up or be up all night making breads or whatever. So, yeah, that's, not as of yet, but.
Okay. I mean, I have played in my life maybe two sessions, I guess is what you call it, of some kind of D&D. Like, I feel like I should do more. Like, it's in my wheelhouse. It's right up my alley in terms of just the right level of like nerdery and hanging out with friends and stuff. Yeah. But I've just never done it more than like, well, both times we start new sessions, we make new characters, we play for an hour or two, and then nothing ever happens again after that. So I don't know. Like, I know it's getting a resurgence, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, well, to hear these, like, what, Joe Magnum, blah, 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 whatever his last name is, Marble Mouth or whatever, like, to hear that, like, there's, like, this underground Hollywood. I mean, I know Big Bang Theory had an episode that was all, let's go to the underground celebrity D&D match or whatnot. So,
there's a surprising amount of Hollywood people that play it. The Joe guy, Vin Diesel plays it. Like, there's a lot of big name Dungeons and Dragons fans.
Maybe I should give Vin Diesel a little bit more credit. I didn't think he might have the brain capacity to be able to.
No. He's a huge gamer. In fact, what was it? He made a Chronicles of Riddick game because he's so into like gaming and stuff that like he put his house up for collateral to make it. So yeah, there's a lot of random. This is your random Vin Diesel fact session of the.
I can add that in case it ever comes up in conversation.
Yeah, in case it ever comes up in conversation naturally again. J.R. Kaneko wants to know why is Dork Side so slow. I have no idea. Over the May-April time frame, they were fast. They got those Hoth troopers, and I ordered them, got them a day later, and Baby Yoda, I got Baby Yoda way before anything else. So for a while, I'm like all over Dorkside Toys. I'm all about Dorkside Toys. And I pre-ordered. I canceled Amazon stuff and switched it over to Dorkside Toys, and then they just halted. Like I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it's necessarily their fault. I mean they have to get the stuff from Hasbro. I don't think that they're sitting on stuff and just not sending it out. It's they ship it out when Hasbro sends it to them. So I don't think it's their fault. But I definitely feel like all of my pre-orders, if they're not specific to a store, are with Dorkside Toys. And I don't want to think people think they're paying me to plug them. They're not. It's just a thing that I genuinely have been impressed with in the past. But yeah, they've been lagging this year for certain.
Yeah. Well, when you were saying with the Hoth Rebel Troopers, I know I ordered 2 of those. And then about 5 days later, I ordered the child and the updated Lando sculpt. Yep. That one showed up 3 weeks later, and then 6 weeks in total because they had to send the Hoth Troopers to Sweden. And then from Sweden
to get around customs or whatever.
So just weird, just a weird way. And then that was the last time I've dealt with. I haven't dealt with Dorkside since. So there's a couple Canadian sites I've been trying to throw some business at, but also EB Games was always my go-to. And considering they either got undershipped this last wave or somebody said there was an accident and a truck went over and a whole bunch of it was all Black Series got destroyed. That I find a little hard to believe. So,
I don't know. I've been watching just random stuff, and in those you see like shipping containers on ships like fall over and fall into the sea. So I know somewhere, like if you get in a submarine and go down there, like you can find a treasure trove of like toys or whatever down there.
Oh, probably. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So Rhino says he's trying Entertainment Earth. I used to buy exclusively from Entertainment Earth back in the day because they were actually the first online store I knew that sold like Star Wars figures. This is back in like the 3.75 inch like Power of the Force days, like back in like the late 90s, early thousands. Like I've been ordering from Entertainment Earth for that long, but I don't know, something about them, like they were fast because they're close to me. But the first thing I've ordered from Dorkside Toys, it was flawless and their communication was great. So I just kind of jumped over there. Let's see here.
Yeah, no, I didn't have any problem before that. So
yeah. All right, so let's get some questions here. Aside from Black Series, what do you collect?
So we got Power Rangers for sure. I got out of the line, and then I think a subscriber sent me the Green Ranger from the Ranger Putty 2-pack.
Was that Raymond?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Raymond. Yes. So
good old Raymond Ballsy.
Yep. And that led me back to doing the Power Rangers. And then I've got the Ghostbusters line, but just the 4 guys. I was like, I just want main, because I wasn't.
I said same, but actually I forgot. I have the whole first wave thanks to Tony. He got me the other 2 figures and the dog. I totally forgot they're sitting on my shelf. I totally forgot about that.
Jeez. Yeah, I had I did buy the other 2. I built the thing, and then after I'm like, I just don't have space for it. So somebody was looking for another dog, so I was like, okay, I'll sell that off. That'll go towards another Black Series figure. But primarily I've got some GI Joe. I'm being a little bit more picky about what I have. Like I just got Beachhead in the mail the other day from a subscriber out in Arizona, and then I know Rhino Hobbies has sent me a new Snake Eyes, and he dremeled out the knife, the hilt, so the knife will actually fit all the way in. But yeah, I mean it's fine. I'm not going out of my way for that, but primarily now it's just It's just going to be, I think, Black Series. Again, with how many came out this year, and I know it was the 40th for Empire, so that may have had a lot to do with it. But it was it's and the year's not over. It's still expensive. So
yeah, for sure. So Black Series, Power Rangers, and GI Joe, you would say like are your.
I think so. And I mean, the odd Transformer comes around. I'm not going to say no, but I've been really good at slapping my hands that. Either if I see something early to nab for you or Zach, other than that, I'm just like, no more. So
for sure. I feel like I've got my hands in too many pots figure wise right now because I'm still Black Series completionist all the way, and I try to limit myself to Power Rangers. In fact, I was only gonna buy the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in the Lightning series, and then you did a video on that stupid SPD the Shadow Ranger or whatever, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. I don't know anything about this, and that's why I wasn't buying it, but I still thought it was a cool figure. And then I realized actually Power Rangers, while I do not care about any of the shows or the stories or whatever, I think they look rad. So I have been the only ones I've been buying to make myself feel like I'm not completing the line is the Dino. Is it Dino Thunder? Dino Chart? Whatever the black one I sent you, whatever those are.
Dino Charge. Okay, I just double checked with Carter.
Every time I decided because they have the red one, they have the gold one, they see the black one. I decided that like I have to have some I'm just not buying.
Yeah.
So Dino Charge was that arbitrary decision.
No, that's not a bad. Not a bad
Kato,
idea.
Yeah, there's just thanks for stopping by, dude. Thanks for hanging out. I'll leave
I mean, it'd be cool to see the new monster like with the pumpkin wrapper and the.
Oh, I'm super excited for that. I love that the pumpkin wrapper. This King Sphinx is the other one. I love the pumpkin wrapper comes with the alternate pumpkin heads to put on your Power Rangers. Like that's stupid, but kind of awesome at the same time.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoy the Hasbro is 100% getting pretty much all my money in terms of that. What? Hold on, JR. I opened all my. Oh, he means these. Okay, I'll open one. Who wants to see me open one?
Go for it.
I want to know what you guys think it is. Put it in chat. What do you think it is? Ooh, almost knocked my beer over.
That one, the smaller out of the two boxes?
This is the smaller of the two boxes.
I
forgot to black out my address here.
Let's see. He had to get the Lord. You caved and probably got Lord Dracon. I don't know if it's in that box, but I think maybe you got the Lord Dracon.
So you know that because I talked about it. But so is that your guess? Because I would say I've got.
Oh, you did get it here,
huh? This one actually just
I would say the bigger one's got a hold. I'm
actually really curious to see what the box looks like. Oh, it's like not even a box. That's so weird. These are the flight stands. So this is I was really curious to see how they would ship them and how they would come. This was something they didn't even talk about. They didn't even announce it. It was just on the website when pre-orders went live one time. But it's 3 figure flight stands. It's the same flight stand that came with
the Widow.
With the Black Widow. So I've got 4 essentially.
That's a good stand. That's a good stand. I'm pretty happy with that stand. That's the only reason I bought the Black Widow. So
yeah, honestly, me too. I bought her for the stand and the effects. I do not care about the Black Widow even a little bit.
Yeah,
I kind of feel bad for Hasbro because like they did that. They've clearly got MCU waves like on ready to go, but because none of the MCU movies are coming out, they're not releasing any of the figures. They did the Black Widow. I feel like Black Widow figures probably sold really horribly because no one had a movie to kind of go along with it to bolster those sales.
Yep.
Like if someone like as comic fans, I know who Red Guardian is. Plus, I'm a David Harbour fan, so like I like Red Guardian. I know who Taskmaster is, but like the average kid who, let's be honest, the toys are for. They don't really know probably who any of these because they rely on the movies to kind of tell them who these MCU characters are. So I feel like that whole wave kind of got hamstrung. I don't know why I opened this. This one's for you, Papa Gord.
Oh, Ooh,
this one's for you. I'll send this out on Tuesday.
Yeah, no worries at all.
Yeah.
I like that.
So this is the Hasbro exclusive Green Psycho Ranger, which was I guess only in the comics. Like he was never in the TV show or anything like that.
Yeah. I'm not going deep. I wasn't gonna go. I picked up the red one and the blue one loose, and I'm like, I'm not buying that 5-pack. So I'm like, I don't need a green or blue one or whatever, pink or not. So.
Well, I want all of them, and I was actually really pissed that they made just a 5-pack of them when I already have 2 of the 5. Like, why would you do that? I really hope they release them independently.
Oh, they probably will. I mean, geez. So, I mean, looking at some of the stuff they've done to us in the past, they'll do it again. So
probably. Well, like what? I just bought the Rita Repulsa Lord Zed 2-pack, and I was honestly kind of half expecting them to announce a Rita Repulsa like solo figure.
Yeah,
during the PulseCon.
Because really, that Zed, there's not much difference between that one and the single release as it is. I think maybe his tubes are slightly bluer. I don't know, the face, maybe the mask or something, but.
Well, I feel like, so for me personally, I've got both Goldars, and I feel like the mass release one is, while it doesn't have the wings, which are better, the paint on it and the gold plastic they use is a lot better on it. But also, I feel like the wings on my old Goldar fit in the new Goldar more securely. Like on my old Goldar, they kind of droop a little bit sometimes. Like it's just not tight. On the new one, they fit like a glove. So speaking of Power Rangers, this is the.
I still wish they would.
Yeah, this is the PulseCon. I do wish that this had been I wish there had been a throne in here for sure. That would have really just kind of sealed the deal if there had been a throne.
Yeah, for sure.
I bought this on a whim because it was still in stock, and it was like an hour after all the pre-orders had gone live.
Oh, jeez.
There we go. Oh, it comes with a comic, which is pretty cool, I guess. A little Shattered Grid comic, but this is. Let me turn that off. There we go.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool looking thing. So he's not so Power Ranger-y look, like he's not so crayon colored. So
he comes with Saba. He comes with 2 alternate hands. He comes with like a corrupted Green Ranger helmet. He comes with a Red Ranger helmet. All the 5 ones, it looks like. We got yellow. Oh, and they're all kind of cracked and stuff. That's kind of cool. It's the helmets, but they're all cracked. And then it's got that kind of lightning stuff in there. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I just I figured, why not get another Tommy? Like, who doesn't want another Tommy, right?
Absolutely.
That's what the line needs. We need more Tommies.
Well, we only need another 3 and then 2.
Yeah. So there's the white one they did. Then there's the green one, but the spirit green one or whatever has the silver paint.
Yep.
Then we just got the red one, which I just got. The Zeo one.
Turbo.
Yeah, the Zeo one. So we need turbo.
Turbo.
We need turbo. We need the black. He was the black Dino Charge, I think, or Dino Thunder. I think those are the only two legit ones. But then they're doing another Green Ranger one without the spirit paint, but it has a unique head with the headband.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And you know
what
they'll probably do.
They should just release like head packs, like here are a pack of Power Ranger like heads.
Yeah. Well, they could do that for sure with the ones that took over for the original Rangers, right? Like get Rocky and an Atom and
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you don't have to buy the whole stupid figure over again.
Yeah, because I don't want to buy the sparkly Pink Ranger they just announced, but I would like a cat head if I want a cat Pink Ranger.
Yep.
The actress that played Cat went to my high school.
Really?
I don't really know why I said that. It has nothing. There's no bearing on anything. It's a weird flex.
Hey, that's okay. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
It's a weird flex. So people are putting wish lists in here. So Echo, everyone would buy an Echo and Fives 2-pack. I would buy a Domino Squad 5-pack. I've made it no secret that we need more clones in the Black Series line.
Yeah. Oh, Tomax and Zama. Oh, I would definitely buy those for sure. Yep.
So yes, Sword in the Storm. The fact that Pulse only does Canada and US right now, as an American, like I still think it's pretty fucked up that Hasbro's Canada US only. Like they're a global country. They're a global company. They sell their stuff worldwide. But they apparently only legally care about America and Canada. The North American continent, if you will.
They skip Quebec. Quebec gets the shaft big time.
What's up with that? Why is that? Is it because they're French?
I don't know. It's so weird to see. Even when it comes to contests or whatever, it's like if you're a legal citizen of Quebec,
fuck off. Just get right out of here.
So I don't know the poor French, man. So
it's not their fault that they've got words where they only pronounce half the letters in them.
That's true. That is very, 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 very true. Oh,
let's see here. Oh man, yeah, people were guessing Cobra Trooper, Cobra Commander. I wish Wampa. Some you and DJ were half right. That was in one of the boxes. But yeah, that's all I've gotten so far. I've ordered everything on like the second it went live. But those are the only things I've had shipped out. Like no Cobra Commander, no Heroes of Endor. None of that stuff has shipped out. No Cab Bane, no Armor.
So I'm assuming those are supposed to be quick flips, the Armor and Cad Bane.
They weren't pre-orders, they were just in stock. Like they're, as far as I know, they are being shipped out, but nobody cares. or Hasbro doesn't care. I don't know. They're just not they're not being mailed out to me, and that's what I care about.
Yeah. I can't believe the how dry it is out there for you for even for the Star Wars stuff, because it's been just hit and miss up here. Like I said, if it wouldn't have been for one guy posting saying, "Oh, hey, look," and then I happened to go on the app and looked, and I'm like, "Oh, that's just down the street from where I'm working right now. Yeah, I could take another break," and then whoosh, off I went and just booked it down. So
I just imagine you walking there with like your hips just kind of swaying back and forth, like I'm gonna buy me some Star Wars. It'll be the
Run Lola Run music.
Yeah, for sure. I am not getting the Marvel Legends Hellfire Club, but I did buy it, and I actually bought it for Papa Gord right here. I don't know if you guys have been following the Mike Case canon for a long time. If you haven't, you can catch up on my Wikipedia. But this is the lore. Papa Gord is actually the reason why I have a PO box, number one, because he wanted to ship me some things. So I was like, fine, I guess I'll get a PO box. And he started shipping me like figures because they were getting them in Canada way before they were getting them in the US.
Yeah.
So that's why actually I'm taking full credit for this. Whoop. It's time to take my medicine. I'm taking full credit for this, but I am the reason he's called Papa Gord.
Mm-hmm.
The Canadian Santa Claus, because he's my Canadian Santa Claus first and foremost over anybody.
Yep. Yeah, I got this was something a sneak
hard
preview
right
of what was in my box there. So the guy sent me, or Dylan, let me get up into the camera here. Sent me a Goldberg Christmas ornament.
Look at that.
Have a striking similar resemblance to one another. So I said, if you hold them upside down, then you get the bottom heavy, and then I start getting thinner towards the top end.
So the Heroes of Endor not shipping till March was only for the second day. On the first day, it was still in stock. And Rhino, yes, all those figures I haven't gotten yet. I did them all on one big order. So I'm a Hasbro Pulse member. I don't pay for it. I've had a couple people ask me. They'll send me a message. They'll be like, "Is it worth buying?" And I honestly can't answer that question. I haven't bought it, so I don't have any money in this whatsoever. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hold on. No, I'm good. No, I would like another beer though. I would. What? Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't eat food?
I'm not hungry. No. Oh no, I'm good. I just ate like an hour or two. I'm good.
You're welcome.
Hold on. Let me. I'm just gonna power this through.
Yum. Booze and pills. That's the only way to do it. Absolutely. So yeah, see the Pulse membership up here. It's $50 American. So I wasn't paying $50 American for the possibility of being able to maybe get the stuff I wanted. So yeah.
Yeah. So I got it when they first introduced it back at Toy Fair of 2019, I think. Yeah, it was 2019. So Toy Fair happened then, and they're like, "Hey, if you buy anything the first weekend that it's up, we'll give you Pulse Premium for free." Oh, is it the tart?
It's tart.
Is it tart?
Yeah.
Okay. So my next beer, just to keep everyone appraised of the situation, is called Jurassic Tart.
Oh,
it
that's
is
hilarious.
A sour, dirty IPA, and it's
Double IPA.
No, it's a dirty IPA.
No.
I'm a dirty IPA. Spank me.
That's gross for a lot of reasons right now.
Anyways.
Did you finish the water?
Yeah, I chugged it.
Have like one of those.
Okay.
Why are you creeper? Why are you a creeper?
Well, that's really good.
It's really sour.
It's so good. You want me to have a food? You want me to have a?
I do.
You want me to have one of these Trader Joe's brand dark chocolate peanut butter cups?
Oof, yuck.
Good job. Thanks. Trader Joe's has the best candy. I don't care what anyone says.
They're a grocery store for snacks.
Yeah.
Hands down.
All right, I'm good now. Bye. I love you.
Fuck you.
Well, I was saying that to Tony. Tony's leaving. Look, I put it on the chat. I was saying that to Tony. Also, love you, Lily. It was just antibiotics, dude. It was just actually had just to bring back the curtain. I had dental surgery. And my dentist was like, you need antibiotics. That's how bad it was. But hey, like my front tooth looks good. Like, look at that. That looks good. Yeah. All right. So what's happening? How are you?
Oh, good. What do we got?
Oh, I want to say this. Night of Ren says Goldberg. I wasn't paying attention. I think you guys are talking about the wrestler. I met Goldberg one time in person, and I knew who he was, but I didn't say anything. I've met a lot of famous people. I never say anything because I don't want to make it weird. But he was a dick to me. I just for like no reason. I just was like, I was like in his way slightly, and he's like, "You're in my way," and I was like, "Okay, sorry. I'm just But anyway, Bill Goldberg was tall. and intimidating and very mean to me.
Ooh, that's not good. I played craps with James Doohan in
Oh,
Vegas.
Spotty! No way!
Yeah,
I heard
yeah.
he and Bill Shatner hate each other, or hated. I guess one of them's dead. So
Yeah.
But
Could very well.
How was James Doohan?
He was good. So
Yeah.
he I happened to be my best friend who I grew up like since we were like 3 years old. He was getting married. He lives out in British Columbia. And I'm still in Ontario. So his mom contacted me. So we flew out and they got married on I think New Year's Eve, I believe. And again, I don't drink a whole ton, but I don't remember much of that week I was in Las Vegas because free booze.
That's a good Vegas trip.
Wow, it was yeah. So I know we went to the Hilton, and that's where they had the whole Star Trek experience. So they had Quark's bar.
I went to that.
Yep. So I remember I nearly got in trouble.
I'm gonna stop your story. Just don't pick up back on it. I'm assuming you went on the Enterprise experience thing, right?
Yep.
How crazy was that transporter experience?
From what I can recall, because I was pretty drunk, it was still pretty trippy. So that was for sure. I
mean, I wasn't drunk. I was of legal drinking age at the time, but my dad and I, because my parents took us to Vegas for like a family weekend thing, and we each got to do one thing, and mine was to go to the Star Trek experience. And we went to the little Deep Space Nine restaurant. I had like the flaming rigs of Targ and stuff like that. But I remember thinking that the Star Trek, like the Enterprise ride, was just gonna be one of those dumb like Star Tours rides where you're like, whoa, and it ends up being that for a little bit at the end. But you're sitting in line expecting to kind of go into the simulator, and I'm leaning against the back wall like this. And the attendant comes up and he's like, "Do not lean against the back wall." And I was like, all right, I won't lean against the back wall. And then suddenly like the lights go out and there's all this air whooshing around. And like 30 seconds later, I'm on a transporter pad and the doors open up and like there's like Star Trek uniform people walking back and forth outside and we're going into the bridge. And like my mind was just like fucking like just blown with the level of detail. And like, I was just in Vegas. How am I on the Enterprise right now? Kind of situation.
Yeah,
like it was nuts. Anyways, back to your James Doohan story.
So we met up for lunch. And again, right, keep in mind, I am 3 sheets to the wind. So I nearly got kicked out of the restaurant for trying to grab a Klingon's backside because she was serving us. So we finished up lunch and out we went, and then we're like, okay, we're gonna meet up in a while. And I got lost and I ended up in the high rollers area, and all of a sudden I hear my name. I'm thinking, I know nobody out here. Maybe it's a different Gord. I'm like looking around, and sure enough, a restaurant I used to work at, the owners went to Vegas all the time, and they were calling for me. So I went over to the table and started placing bets for them, and they were making some good money. And then I could hear this accent, and I kept looking, going like,
"Does he really have a talking accent?" I don't think I've ever heard him talk.
No, he does. Yeah, definitely. So it's not like super thick where you think he's got like a mouthful of marbles and he's trying to talk to you or whatever. But
right.
So the one guy, his nickname was Soupy. That was one of my bosses. So he's like, "Oh, do you want to meet a good friend of ours?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay, sure." And then so they both sit back a little bit, and there he is sitting right beside them playing craps. So I went over, and apparently I had like an hour conversation with him as we played, and then walked away from the table. My boss gave me no money, and I was just like, wow, that was pretty. And I'm not a Star Trek guy by any means, so it wasn't like I was like, oh my god, whatever. I'm like, it's still kind of cool because he was, I think he was Canadian as well. So, and off we went. But
actors were like, I think both Shatner and Leonard Nimoy were Canadian.
Yeah, Shatner for sure. Yep, definitely. So, and who else did I bump into? Drew Carey bummed he needed change for buying Fritos out of a machine at the MGM Grand when I was there that trip. And then Shania Twain. We went to the Shania Twain concert.
Ooh, I heard her hips do
for.
not lie.
No, they
Shakira.
don't. And
That's
again,
Shakira.
I was
That's Shakira. My bad.
that far.
I'm
Shakira,
that
but
buzzed
hey,
right now.
Shania's hips are damn nice too. So
Oh yeah, okay. So they both have nice hips.
Oh, they do. So and I nearly goosed her as well. So
Nice.
she came down because we were all dressed up from the wedding and the whole bit, and they're like, "Oh, how's it going?" Whatever. So I was like reaching, and my buddy just kind of grabbed my hand. He just looked at me like I was a dog and was like, "No, don't do that." So I was like, "Okay, fair enough." So that was my brush with 3 celebrities for that 1 week.
Okay, apparently I was wrong about Leonard Nimoy, but I know Shatner is Canadian.
Shatner is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Ren, yes, for sure.
Shania, Rhino Hobby, Shania can and will continuously be able to get it. That's a fact. This is just now real facts with Mike Case and Papa Gord.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thunder Bay. It's a bit of a drive from here, but yeah, she's not super far from where I live. So,
I think the weirdest celebrity story I've got is I told what's his name? I told Richard Dreyfuss that he sounds like Richard Dreyfuss, and he said, "I get that a lot." Because I hadn't seen him in forever. Like I didn't know what he looked like still, but because he lives in my area in San Diego, and at the time I was working at a store called Fry's Electronics, and he came in to buy some electronics, I guess. And I'm helping him out, and I'm just like, you sound like Richard Dreyfuss, and he's like, yeah, I get that a lot, and I was like, okay.
Geez. I think the worst thing I ever did with the celebrity is I used to be a manager for Wendy's off of one of our major highways, and it was SARS stock, I think, about almost 20 years ago, I think it was. So the last time, there was an outbreak or whatever. So there was a huge concert in Toronto, and they were coming back. And so one of the girls comes up to me and goes, "Oh, there's this big bus out in the parking lot, and these guys are asking if we'd make them any food." And we had just cleaned everything up. We were getting ready to throw out the leftover salads and everything. And I'm like, yeah, if these guys want some salads, I can give them some salads. And they're like, they look like they're bigger than salad eaters. So they came out, and James Hetfield and Lars or whatever. No, that's Metallica.
I was going to say
it was Metallica. Yeah, it was Metallica. They came through, and I sent them away. I'm like, no, sorry, I'm not turning anything back on for you guys.
No Wendy's for you tonight.
Nope, not at all. And they're just looking at
everybody on Napster, so fuck off.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, cool. James, yes, I went around sexually harassing or sexually assaulting women in Las Vegas. Yes.
I mean, that's not a story I would tell personally.
No, probably not.
Papa Gord, you, I guess.
Yeah, strike that comment from the notes.
Yeah, I'll go back and edit this part out. Actually, I've only done that once, and on a live stream, it's because I was very drunk and I live streamed the opening of Cops off of YouTube, and the owners of Cops, not the. It's the cartoon Cops TV show. They did not like it. So I got it wasn't a copyright strike, but they did claim essentially the entire video's revenue, which isn't, I mean, live streams don't have a lot of revenue in the first place, but they claimed it all because I had a minute of it, of the 3 hours was the theme song for Cops. So I guess fuck me, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. The darker side of YouTube that people just don't know about.
Oh man, there's a lot of stuff. So I at my job, I get like it's known to my coworkers that I'm a YouTuber. So whenever any like YouTube questions come up, I always I get asked what advice I give people that are starting out for YouTube or things like that. So I am not an expert on YouTube by any means whatsoever. Any success I have on this platform is purely by accident, 100%. but I guess I can give like my go-to advice is always the same. Do it because you want to, not because you want to be famous. If you do this to try to be famous,
Yep,
you're more than likely going to fail. I'm not saying you're going
very
to.
true, very true.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh no, for sure. This is such a nice thing to have, and the odd few people. There's a few people that have kind of in my area that have recognized me or whatever, and oh, look at that, geez, whew, get a little warm in here. So
You have no idea.
yeah,
I actually can't stand up right now. I'm saying that.
Well, I'll stay sitting too. So man, oh man. Woo.
Anyways, so yeah, I get asked a lot, and that's always my advice is, I do this because it's fun. I started doing like unboxings and stuff because my dad got me a subscription for Loot Crate, and I wanted to show him what was in it, and I knew unboxings existed as a thing on YouTube. Because I was following like Glenn Webb back in the day. He was like my favorite YouTuber in all of YouTube before he died. Toy related, anyways. And he always did a blind bag bonanza, so I'm like, oh, I can do that. And so I wanted my dad to see them, so I started doing that. Hold on. I'm Ryan's favorite accident. That's nice. I would also say that my mom would agree with you that I'm the best. I'm the best accident. Anyways, so that is always my go-to is just do it for fun. I mean, you can like I have gotten to the point where I've had some moderate success, and I can pay like my electricity bill with the funds I get from YouTube, which is super nice. I'm just nothing to sneeze at whatsoever. But definitely the people, I feel like there's people that see the dollar signs in their eyes when they go, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. And I feel like that's just the wrong outlook to have when you're doing it. You also hold on. Lily says she could hear my mom loudly proclaiming, "No, you're not an accident." That's mom, if you're, and I know because I've gotten in trouble with my parents making a comment about my parents before. But it's a joke. It's an out of context joke. Mom, I know I'm not an accident. I love you very much. I just want you to know that was a joke. It was a self-deprecating joke. So none of that goes on you. Yeah. You're a good mom.
Not funny at all. No.
So how you doing?
Hey. Getting by. I'm getting by. Yeah. But no, again, if it wouldn't have been for you or coming across your channel, so I mean, so I'm not getting into the whatever.
No, but, it's good. I like it.
Probably, who knows if I would actually be here today, and not just YouTube, but in general. So it's
I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but my inspiration for doing YouTube was different from probably yours. You've told me before that I was sort of the inspiration for you, and like I'm trying not to let that go to my head at all. But I would say, like, for me, my inspiration for doing YouTube, aside from doing unboxings for my dad, was I didn't like any of the YouTube reviewers I saw, and I really wanted to get into it, and I started making reviews that I would want to watch personally, and I'm not naming names whatsoever. I know Dan's in the chat and probably watching live. I found him. I remember I was at my parents' house in Florida, and I'm laying on like my brother's bed watching YouTube, and I'm like, what's this Toy Galaxy? And I started watching it, and I think I watched like freaking every one of his videos. Like I watched one because at the time he was doing the review in less than 4 minutes, and I liked that format. And I went back, and I think I started from his very first video, and I started just watching them all and caught up eventually to where they have. So I would say I've relatively been with Toy Galaxy from very, very early relative to where they are now, where he is. Well, I guess they, because Greg's a person, but like I remember like idolizing this channel, even though I've been around longer and like he was already more successful than I was at the time. And I just really, it was like Dan's personality. I'm like, I want to be best friends with this guy. Which is always weird because I feel like there's a lot of celebrities that you think that, and you're like, that you're never gonna be best friends with them, but in your head you're like, yeah, we're best friends. So it's really weird that I talk to him now. I don't even know what's going on with that. But yeah, Toy Galaxy kind of became one of my my inspirations. But originally, like Glenn Webb, 100% probably has the biggest influence over the way I review toys, because he was the first reviewer that I I would watch everything he did. Number one, wrestling. I don't care about wrestling at all. I would watch it. So Glenn Webb was like my go-to figure reviewer, anything watcher. Obviously there's people like Thu. Like I've been watching Thu since like 2007. But I don't know, like he's a reviewer, but he's more than that to me. Thu is just 1000% entertainment. He's got a style that you can't really emulate. He's like his own thing. Like Thu is just Thu. But definitely there's like other reviewers out there that are fine. But I feel like that's like my personal, like these are the people that have influenced me as a YouTuber and person and kind of collector. Right there.
Oh, definitely.
Glenn Webb was a really big deal and a huge loss to the 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I think once I subbed to you, and then I think Dan's channel, so Toy Galaxy was a recommended, and a few others. So I jumped on that. So there's few channels that I put the bell on for and look forward to stuff dropping all the time. And you know, especially when he does some of his like you know, whatever happened to, or like Auto Man and some of the other really obscure stuff or whatever. I think it's just you know, fantastic, because I really didn't like know much. So
Toy Galaxy's pivoted their channel, and I enjoy the direction they're taking. So they're not. I wouldn't consider Toy Galaxy a toy review channel anymore. They're just more of like an information entertainment channel. But it's like the History Channel, but for toys. Because the History Channel doesn't just have history stuff. You also have those weird like ancient alien shows and whatnot. And I mean this as a compliment. So I definitely don't mean this, because I know that has its own connotations. But I really like I miss the 4-minute reviews. Heck, I even miss the artist that he used to draw things. But I like where the Toy Galaxy channel is now, and I still watch everything that they put out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, totally. So I just there's a few, definitely a few on there, because I didn't really even know that YouTube had stuff like this. It was more seeing like Riley would watch stuff like somebody opening up a bunch of Kinder Egg surprises or whatever. I'm like, this is a thing? Somebody record them cracking open all these dumb, like, okay. And then seeing them watch people playing Minecraft, and I'm like, what the hell is this stuff? And
I personally, as an adult, never got the let's play mentality. That like if I'm gonna play a game, I'm just gonna play a game. Like I'm not gonna watch somebody else play a game.
No, absolutely. So, and then the kids.
I mean, I understand the aspect that you like that person maybe, and you just kind of watch everything they do. But when that's all they do, I don't understand the appeal.
No.
Eli Nerdwriter, Greg Cook. I've subscribed to Greg for a while too. I really like his beard. I really like him as a person. I think he does some great stuff as well. So for sure, Greg, if you guys haven't subscribed to Greg Cook, he's a cool guy too. So for sure. Toy Galaxy he's Dan's sort of, I guess we're officially defining what Toy Galaxy is. So pop culture entertainment. And then they did just start a second channel, which I subscribe to. First 100, whatever. But that's going to be more their toy channel now. So.
Yep.
Thanks for the clarification, Dan. Jose Fonseca. Hola. I'm doing fine. Thanks. I would assume that you're some kind of Spanish-speaking Latino person, Latinx person. I always feel weird when I just assume that and say things like "hola," and it's just awful. Living in Southern California, mi español es muy malo, but it's there, so I try to practice it whenever I can.
That's kind of impressive. I could probably say like bibliothèque. So there you go. There's French for library. That's about as far.
Yeah, in high school, I tried to translate songs into Spanish on my own. So like the only one I remember was the Backstreet Boys, like "Dime por qué," like that sort of thing. But yeah, I took like 3 years of Spanish in high school because I live in San Diego.
Well, it's prerequisite for us all through school. I went grade 9 and 10.
Wouldn't yours be French, being Canadian though?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. So yeah, so we do French. I did French up till grade 10 and then said forget it. And then of course I became a chef, and a lot of culinary terms are French. And so I had to start retraining my brain and have a French English dictionary with some of the cookbooks and other things that I was going through. My wife's actually a French teacher, so yeah, I feel really stupid most of the time.
So parlez-vous français?
Yeah, un petit, yeah. Getting, I say tabernacle, and
so in español es muy pequeño.
Look at this, multi-languages.
Yeah, two cisgendered white males telling you about other languages and how they don't really speak them. This is a great show.
There we go. All right, I don't have any shots.
So yeah, my buddy Ryan here, actually, I'm not gonna say where he works, but he works in the video game industry, which is pretty cool. But I feel like he has a pretty interesting insight over the whole Let's Play thing. He and I had a podcast together back in like 2011, 2012, 2013, and we tried to get into the Let's Play community, but I don't think it worked out very well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it is what it is.
Because I've got a buddy who works in the video game. He works for EA Games out in Vancouver. So,
okay.
Which it's kind of nice because then the Star Wars games come out once in a while and whatever else. So yeah, James, I don't know if you're watching, but yeah, I could use some more video games. So.
Clone Command says he loves the Toy Galaxy video where he talked about basically he talked about different phases of his collection. There's many Toy Galaxy videos that resonated with me as I was watching them, and that's definitely one of them for sure. I remember my first collection, selling it off. Then I went into like the whole I have to collect everything. Now I feel like I'm somewhat still in phase 2. I have to collect everything, but I'm a little bit in phase 3 too, where I only collect things that I care about. But for sure. I don't know if I ever grew out of that phase 2 actually, but I definitely enjoyed that one as well. So great call out, Clone Command. Mike, do I have the War for Cybertron Deluxe Silver Centurion drone? No, sadly, I slept on that pack, and I regret it because it's the one that came with a bunch of extra accessories for came with like Bumblebee's gun. At the time, I was thinking, why would I need Bumblebee's gun? There's a Bumblebee. Like, why would I ever need his gun? And now there's going to be Bumblebee, and he comes with freaking Cliff Jumper's gun, the big bazooka thing. And I kind of wish I'd gotten it. It also comes with like a roller and stuff, which is pretty cool. So there's that. But no, I don't have that. I do want to say that I did pre-order the Transformers Prime 2-pack with the dead end and the car thing, the flying car thing. I don't know. Viacon, that's what it is. Because that dead end, is it dead end or breakdown? It's breakdown. Sorry, breakdown. That breakdown was like my Transformers grail for a long time because they never released it in the United States. And he was voiced by Adam Baldwin, and he was one of my favorite characters on the show. And I had like Knockout, and I had whatever the other guy hit the Autobot counterpart to him. Like I had them all, and I was missing him from my collection, but I was never willing to drop the $70 to $150 to import him into the United States. And then when the show ended, like it just kept going up to like $100, $200, $300. And I'm just like, I'm never going to get this figure. So I'm super happy that Hasbro decided to re-release that figure.
Yeah, the new Transformers look just miles better than some of the last couple of lines. It makes it so hard not to. I'd like to get. When I went and I finally tracked down the Beskar Mando at a comic shop, they had Smokescreen, who's always been a favorite of mine. So I still have to get. I'll have to get him regardless. But they had the Alicon, the alligator guy, and I think RC and some of the. And I'm just like, man, they look so much better than the last bunch that were out, like with the whatever it was, the Combiner Wars and all those ones. So like the Siege stuff is fantastic.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. Well, it's the Kingdom stuff coming out looks fantastic, but also I would go so far as I don't know if you've seen the Tauntaun reviews of like the leaked other stuff, but there's like the studio series, but they're doing studio series for the 84 movie. Ooh. And that stuff looks amazing. They've got like a hot rod and a cup. But
yes, I see. Yes.
Yeah. So that stuff's going to be in the next studio series, and it looks phenomenal. So I definitely like they're sort of blending that with the Kingdom, because like Kingdom's got not Scourge, the other one.
Cyclonus.
What? Cyclonus. Thank you. Whenever I'm like on that buzzed cloud right now, so I don't my brain doesn't recall names.
Purple. You need Zach to tell you the purple Transformers. So
I know, right? That's because I can't see the color purple.
There you go.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is I just can't see the color purple.
That wasn't a bad movie, but yeah.
with Whoopi Goldberg.
There you go. Yeah,
that's a deep cut. There, we're just doing some weird deep cuts right now.
Mm-hmm. Phase 3 is when you stop buying multiples. Yep, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
that's a hard thing to start letting stuff go. It's like where.
Yeah, that's definitely. I would say that's definitely where I am right now. Is I've the only thing I've really kept on to buying multiples of is the Black Series, but not like it was mostly for like troop building and things like that. Not like because I want to buy multiples of the same thing. I don't care about the monetary value of a figure anymore.
No.
I care about having a figure I enjoy, and if I stop enjoying it, it either goes into a bin in my closet, or I sell it. And most of the time, it goes into a bin in my closet, and I need to sell it. That's the problem.
Yeah, the past week, I've been going on the great toy purge to either put money aside for future Black Series stuff, or I actually have the PS5 pre-ordered, so I'm.
So you got you got into that and pre-ordered the PS5, huh?
eBay, my source at EB Games had a hookup for me, so I was like, it's the first time I've ever gone launch day on a system, so we'll see how that goes. But I just did the new Spider-Man game for pre-order, and that was it. But I think the Harry Potter game is what did it. Is pushed me over, even though it's not going to be until next year. I'm like, we're going to start going for the Harry Potter. So
I just bought a PS4 back in February. Like that's the first console outside of Nintendo Switch or Wii that I've owned. I'm going to buy a PS5, but I feel like I've already waited this long to buy a PS4. I don't have to buy a PS5 on launch. I'm just going to wait until sometime next year, like trade in my PS4 and whatever and get a PS5. That's my current plan.
Yeah. Well, I had Xbox, and when they announced the first Spider-Man game, that's when I was like, well,
I love that game.
Yeah, we're not an Xbox family anymore. Xbox is going away. So it happened to be the days of play. So that one week in, I think, June, that PlayStation rolls out cheaper deals. And so I've got like a light blue with all the triangle and the square and all that on there. So I was like, yeah, that's good. So I mean, we've got some good life out of it or whatever. Sure, but I think, we'll continue and see how things go. I'm a little disappointed that the hard drive's not even a full terabyte on it, but
that's kind of it's all solid state because the old like 1 terabyte drives were mechanical hard drives. And as a tech person, I can tell you all about the advantages of SSD over HDD. Like but yeah, so it's just you're naturally just not going to get as much because it's a more expensive technology. But I totally get where you're coming from for sure. I also don't really buy a lot of digital games anyway. Like, most of my games, I still like having the CD, DVD, I guess DVD, Blu-ray, whatever now. I don't know why. I just like popping something in to play. I don't care about that for movies. I have essentially sold my physical media for movies. Don't care about them. I own everything digitally now.
Yeah.
Either watching it streamed or I own it on like iTunes or whatever.
Yes.
But games, for some reason, I still like to have a game. We have a couple digital games. Like I bought Lily's game, Animal Crossing, digitally because we couldn't find it physically. It was like the beginning of the pandemic and I didn't want to go out. So I was like, we're just gonna buy this digitally and you'll own it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, I mean, we got the PlayStation Plus membership, right? So I try, unless it's something I have no interest in, I will grab both games every month and just put them up in the cloud. And if I use it, I use it. If I don't, I don't. But we like playing all the Lego games still and everything else. So
that's essentially my Steam collection on my computer. I have like 500 games and I've only played maybe 30 of them. But they're like $1. Like I always buy them super cheap on Steam. Yeah. And then like I own them. If I ever want to play them, I can, but I never do. I just never do. Between work and like life with like having a wife and friends and YouTube, I barely have enough time to play the games that I actually want to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand when people get all this time. I really don't. Like there's people like, I beat that game and then I beat that game. I'm like, do you only play games? Is that all you got going on in your life? Or you only play video games? Is that it?
No, definitely. So I have to outsource my my GTA account to Carter so he can spin the wheel and try to win me the fancy card.
There you go. That's what it is.
I don't have the time for that.
Get them to play for you. That's
yeah.
I'm really into MMOs. Like I play World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy 14 a lot.
Yeah.
And there's like dailies and stuff there. So that's what you do is then you have a kid, and like their chores will be like do daddy's dailies. Get daddy to gold cap and we'll be okay. That's yes. Really just yelled from the living room. That's not how we're gonna parent.
Oh, here we go. I'm bringing the kid. You want to come up and do
kitty? My cat.
There we go.
My cat is in the living room tearing up a box.
So. Oh, nice. She decided to get up out of my chair finally. So you go away now. That wasn't.
Oh, she's coming in here now. Did you hear me say kitty? Come here. Hi, baby. Meow. Mine, hold on. Kitty. Show everybody your butthole. That's like her favorite thing to do in the whole world.
Oh, that's an interesting. Yeah, this
that's a cat thing. Everyone that owns a cat has seen their cat's butthole on a daily basis for however long they've owned that cat.
Our cat, she's got a bit of an issue where her tail actually points towards her head.
Oh, really?
So her butthole is like catching air 24/7. So yeah.
My in-laws got a cat shortly after we did, and like we think the kitten was abused, but her head is always like this. Like she'll walk and run, and her head is like always kind of to the side like this. It's cute. It just makes her look very curious about literally everything.
No, she likes to use my. I've got the First Order TIE Fighter on the floor, and that she rubs.
She rubs on it. Yeah,
all that's her thing. So she gets really mad whenever I move it if I'm trying to stack the figures up again or put the new blue tack down or something stupid like that. And she's just like, put my TIE Fighter back so I can rub my face all over it again.
For sure. So I just wanted to point out because I have this comment highlighted before I forget about it. Eli says he loved Harry Potter, but J.K. Rowling said homophobic things and he can't enjoy it anymore. I 100% get that. I think my wife is a huge J.K. Rowling fan as well, or was, and she has a hard time enjoying the books now because of some of the things she said. I get that. I am one of my favorite bands. I mean, this is not just a J.K. Rowling thing. I guess I'm touching on like weirdly cancel culture, not cancer, cancel culture now. But like for instance, I used to love the band Lost Prophets back in like the mid thousands. They were one of my favorite bands. I had their albums, and then it turns out the lead singer diddled a bunch of kids and did a bunch of weird stuff. And now, like I know I still would like their music, but I just can't listen to it anymore because that's all I think about.
Yeah.
When that song comes on, I'm like, the guy I'm listening to is like way too into kids. I can't enjoy it. So it sucks when that happens. And for some people, they don't have a problem with it. And I'm not saying they're bad people for not having a problem with it, but I feel like you should just kind of go with your conscience. If you don't want to support something because of something they did, then that's fine. That's my PSA.
There you go. There you go.
For the episode.
I'm gonna bow out for a second. Nature's calling, so
you don't have to stay the whole time. Don't feel like you have to stay the whole time. All right,
I'll chat a little bit longer. I'll be back in 2. So
sure.
Let everybody look at my back wall
here. Yeah. Jr. Kaneko wants to know if what I think of the HasLab Razor Crest. Well, I gave my not to say. I feel bad when I've made a video for something and someone asks me a question that I've answered in the video, because my first instinct is I answered this in the video that I just spent an hour or 3 or 5 making. So like I get now that everyone watches all my videos every time I post it, but I feel like I spent a lot of time making an answer for that. And if you don't watch it, that's on you, but I'll answer this because I also realize that not everyone is 1,000% up to the mic case lore and they don't follow my Wikipedia page. But the answer is I think that the Razor Crest is great. I think it's beautiful. I think it looks fantastic. I think the price is good for what it is compared to like the $500 katana. But I don't collect the 3.75. So there's just absolutely no way I'm ever even going to consider buying it, because even as a display piece, I just don't know where I'd put it. But I think that it's cool. It's great that it got funded so fast. I think it will be an amazing piece to have in your collection. And I low-key envy everyone that's getting it. So that's what I think of the HasLab Razor Crest. I'm low-key just a little bit jealous, but not enough to want to buy it. So Galaxy says he doesn't think so much cancel culture. That's hard to say when you're a little buzzed or slight. I guess I would probably say I'm a little drunk. I wouldn't drive right now. Anyways, I think it's art versus artist. Can you still like the art when you find out the artist is a piece of crap? And that's a fantastic way to put it and question, because it's a personal thing. Can you enjoy a piece of art knowing that the artist is awful? And that's really more of a personal question for everyone to kind of answer on their own. I know for the most part, for me, if I know that that artist did something awful, I probably can't enjoy their art. But some people can, and that's fine. I'm not gonna be really mad. There we go. So Ryan says J.K. Rowling is entitled to her opinion, and we're all entitled to hate her for her bigoted views. That's 1,000%. That's a great way to put it. Yeah, Lily said she has a hard time recommending her books to her students now. And I just want to say that Lily, we have probably 3 copies of the entire Harry Potter books, and Lily also has, because she writes mystery novels under a different pen name. That's like I don't remember what it is, like a dude's, it's like Rex something. But she has pen novels under a different pen name that she also read and loved. And the latest one, the bad guy ends up being not even a trans person. It's just a dude that likes to dress up as a girl or something like that. So she found it very problematic. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on like that. Oh, dude, JR, it's not a problem. I didn't mean to call you out like that. I guess I just wanted to air that because it's not the first time that's happened. And my intent when I answer, I just made a video about it, isn't to be like, it isn't to like shame you for not watching my videos. And I realized that one time I said that and it did come off like dickish. And that's not my intent to come off dickish. So I guess I'm just kind of clearing the air on that in case I ever came off the dickish whenever someone asked me a question about something I've answered in a video. But I realize that not everyone watches every video ever. So 100%. I like that we're getting a little deep on this.
Ah. I thought we were just going to be, what are your next 10 favorite Black Series figures that are going to come out?
I get asked those questions all the time, and I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But I feel like my answers are always the same, and I feel like it's boring. But I know it's one of those things. Not everyone watches everything you do, so they don't know, or they're a newer fan and they don't know.
Absolutely.
But being asked, like, what's my favorite Black Series figure, or like, what's my top 10 figures I want to see? I've made videos for all of those.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
But also, especially things like what's my favorite Black Series figure, that answer changes on a daily basis. What was the newest figure I got?
Yes.
Like that, you know, that it's usually that, because whatever the newest figure I got, unless it's the stupid Attack of the Clones wave that just came out, it's none of those.
Yeah, no.
In fact, after this, I have to do a photo shoot for Obi-Wan Kenobi, because the editing for that is done. I just have to insert all my photos and stuff for it. But yeah, I feel a little bit like I feel a little bit like I'm trying not to be like a dick about it. Basically, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Lots of people in chat naming their favorite artists they have problems with. Chris Brown, R. Kelly. Speaking of R. Kelly, I need to pee.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. I guess my turn now. Okay. All right. What else we got on here? These are all mic questions, so I don't know. What is the finish? Let's see. Here, I'll go Sword in the Stone down at the bottom here. What is the figure closest to you right now? Mine's McFarlane Superman Unleashed. I don't know. All my figures are very close to me. I will say my favorite so far right now, lately, it's gonna be. I'm digging on Tebow here. So as much as I'm loving the Heroes of Endor set, I just found him last night with Admiral Akbar to finish off the wave. So there we go. Yes, we do need to be polite. So welcome everybody. So welcome to the new few subscribers that have joined on my channel. So that's really awesome. But yeah, he would be my favorite right now. Would be
Tebow. Tebow's your favorite
so far.
I was talking with I don't know if Stumbler or Hi is still in the chat, but I was talking with him about that figure, and he's like, yeah, he doesn't come with the horn, and then he realized that it's sculpted onto the side.
It is.
He's the one that blows the horn during like the
yeah. It's a double-edged sword when it comes to him, because his whole it's like a harness. So you got the knife sheath on the one, the horn on the other, which I like. So you don't have to worry about like a Chewbacca thing where it falls off his shoulder, but you can't try to pose the horn.
Yeah. So that Chewbacca bandolier is terrible.
Yes, I totally agree with that. And you should watch every video Mike puts up. So yes, I watch every video. So
oh, sorry, I was wrong. So I said Rex something. Rex Stout is a different author. It's Robert Galbraith that J.R. It's not J.R. I almost said J.R. Tolkien. That's not right. J.K. Rowling writes under the pseudonym of Robert Galbraith.
Well, see, Carter was the same way. We're talking about, whether or not, like, he was big into that American Ninja Warrior, and Drew Dreschel he got to train with Drew Dreschel out in where'd you guys go? Connecticut over Christmas break a couple years ago. So he got to do some ninja gym stuff or whatever, and then it comes out that he's slightly horrible to women. Was it?
That sucks.
Or kids. He did stuff to kids. Right? He did stuff to kids. So of course, then
it's so weird because I'm in my brain on a very surface level. I'm like, it's bad if he's terrible to anybody. Why do kids and women get special treatment? And it's because the answer is, Mike, because kids and women get abused more frequently than dudes do.
Yeah.
Not to say they don't ever get abused, but that's why. That's why it's worse. So,
Hey, Linda. I'll wave at Linda.
yeah.
Good day.
Anyway, Linda in chat. What's up, Linda? How you doing over there in, I believe, Australia? I want to hear her whole family's accent. Is that weird?
No.
Every time she tells me a story about her husband, I'm like, I think I would be really good friends with her husband.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. Yeah,
I would be really good friends with her too, but she always tells me like stories about her husband, and I'm like, that guy should have his own YouTube channel, Mr. Linda Boreham.
Yes.
Boreham,
Yes.
whatever, however you pronounce it. Yeah.
Yeah. She writes me a really bad joke every comment.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah.
And some of them are so bad I laugh for hours. So that's so.
David Smith. So David Smith and I have had a lot of fun on Twitter recently. I'm just gonna leave it there. But David Smith, what's up, dude? How you doing? Man, I was gonna say something, and then I didn't. My brain just was like, "Hey, what about?" And then it just turned off. Just so weird. So weird how that happens. I wonder why.
Nah, I don't know. Today have another shrimp. Oh, I could go for some shrimp right now.
Have another shrimp on the bobby. There's like I was watching. There's like 3 different Australian accents, that like are common accents. I don't know why I'm bringing. I have no idea what I'm talking about. This. I have no idea. what I'm talking about. This is like the worst live stream I've ever done. Now, sorry, Papa Gord.
That's hey.
I'm letting you down, buddy.
Oh, this is
no. So what's the reason why? Not person, but like why do you collect toys as a however old person you are?
47. I'm 47. So
you are almost 10 years older than me.
Yeah. So Star Wars was perfect timing for me. So I was 4.
How old were you when the original A New Hope came out?
4. So I was 4 years old. I've seen from what I was told, I've seen every film opening night except for, I think, episode 8, which is fitting since it's a piece of crap. So,
so you think that? I know. That's one of those things that we don't agree on, but that's okay.
Exactly.
We can still be friends despite our difference in opinion of the Last Jedi.
True. But yeah, so it was Star Wars. Tron was big. I love Tron.
So that's one of those things I disagree with you on. I think Tron is one of the most boring movies I've ever seen.
I don't care for Legacy
so much. Boring. Well, the first Tron.
1982. Like, what do you want, man? So let's.
I like a lot of movies from the 80s. I like it's just so slow. Oh,
it is. Well, the kids have tried to sit through it with me a few times, and then they just get up and go, and I'm just like, I'm good. So it's
like Riley and Carter. I'm right there with you. I'd get up and go play with some toys.
Megaforce. Did you ever see Megaforce?
No.
With Barry Bostwick? No. That's a.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
dry. No, Megaforce the movie with Barry Bostwick from like the early 80s. That you have to see. That's a good one. But no, it was always Star Wars, and I think then GoBots, but Masters of the Universe, like it was all stuff. I was there when all that stuff got released, and I had a good chunk of everything. And but yeah, it was always Star Wars. Or the original Migos for all the superhero stuff.
So I had no idea what Migo was until I got really into Toy Fair magazine back in like the late 90s, mid to late 90s, and they had the Twisted Mego Theater. Yeah, that's the first time I literally ever heard not only of Mego, but like I'd never heard of like Microman and all those toy lines. I don't know. I just never hit. Well, the internet wasn't a thing, so how would I have heard of them? You know.
Very true. Very true. Sure. So, yeah,
anyways, keep telling about your history.
I was. Yeah. So, and then my buddy, like my best friend, if I didn't have it, he did. So he had like the original Black Hole, the small little Mego figures, and just other like Battlestar Galactica and whatever else. Like we used to beat each other in the heads with frisbee when we were reenacting Tron on the playground. Like I think I gave him a black eye when we were playing Star Wars because I had a giant plastic bat, and then he went at me with a rake, and I bonk right in the eye right before kindergarten picture day.
I want every frisbee recalled right now. They are dangerous items.
Absolutely are, for sure. So yeah, so it was the heyday. It was all great stuff, and then I never I kind of paused because then I got into I was into sports card collecting. I got out of that right before it bottomed out, and I kept a few pieces, and then I was in the comics for quite a while, which I sold to buy my wife her engagement ring. So it was a better investment.
Oh, that's so cute. How old were you when that happened?
What was that?
How old were you when that happened?
When I sold, so we've been married 15 years. So 16 or so years ago, I guess I sold my books.
So
I haven't bought one since.
Right.
So like Batman Hush, that was my pinnacle. You know what? It was it was great. So it just kind of went away. And then Batman was really like this. I'll pull it now. So, and I blame my wife because
Brad M. I'm sorry, hold on. Brad M. I'm glad you came.
Oh, hey, good day. There we go. So the original Batmobile from the animated series, they found this at a church bazaar. Box has been opened, but it's still wrapped in the plastic. The stickers have never been put on it. And then it's led me back into starting to buy Batman figures. And then came across your channel about why not open stuff, you know, and enjoy it more that way. And then that's when I opened up my first Batman figure and broke his leg off. So
yeah,
it wasn't the best first experience. I almost puked. I nearly puked that day, I
felt so bad about that. I'm like, you should open your toys, and you're like, okay, I will, and it just explodes. That's not my fault.
No, not at all. So he didn't want to bend to put into Batmobile. So, but yeah, and so it's been a hard balance because again, Hasbro taking some of the stuff they're doing with Star Wars, some of the stuff they're doing with the Legends, the butterfly joints, how they work so well with the Power Rangers line. Now that GI Joe's back in, and just seeing it all is just like, if I had hair, I'd be ripping it out right now because there's just so much. And like the kids, when they go, oh, I want to go out and I want to buy that, and it's like, are you retarded? Like, you're not spending $30 on an action figure where I'm gonna spend $30 on an action figure. You can wait for $5 sale or something. So yeah, it's
I might pick a different R word there, but I completely understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, I totally understand. I totally understand that sentiment. That's actually not super far off from where I am.
Bad.
Whoa. I think your internet's bugging out.
Yeah, so it's
there we go. You're back. Okay.
Storm season again. So okay.
Cool. Yeah, we went to a little warp drive there. You caught up. That's good. Welcome back to the normal prime timeline.
There we go.
Anyway,
but yeah, with you talking about the figure size, so to go from the 3 3/4 inch to the 6-inch scale makes more sense, and it feels weird to hold a small figure were they really actually that small? But then you got to remember, I was that small, or I was smaller, so of course it felt big. Yes.
I was just back in July when I was visiting my parents when my brother passed. There's a couple of different little toy places I found in Jacksonville that actually Tony, I don't think he's in chat anymore. I think he left. But Tony met with me, and then we went to a couple of different places in Jacksonville. And I picked up like a Power of the Force 2 Luke Skywalker, the big buff one, you know, the big buff shirt Luke Skywalker. And I remember picking him up and thinking, like, this felt bigger when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So that's one, like, I don't fault anybody for loving the 3.75 inch scale. I get it.
Yeah.
But that's why I love the 6-inch line, because it reminds me of holding a figure when I was that age, when I was a kid. I remember holding a figure in my hand, and that's the size they felt. Where like, oh man, I've got this really cool figure in my hand, and it takes up my whole hand. So it's a lot more nostalgic for me, feel wise, to have a 6-inch scale figure than a 3.75-inch scale figure, despite the fact that obviously 3.75-inch scale was what I grew up on.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So yeah, 100%. I also appreciate that. I feel like the toys have kind of grown up with me. You know, back in those days, you'd have like a Luke Skywalker figure, and yeah, it's Luke Skywalker, but it's Luke Skywalker. Like you don't look at that and go, yeah, that looks like Mark Hamill. You go, yeah, that looks like Luke Skywalker. Now it's
exactly.
like now I'm grading a figure. I'm like, does his nose sculpt look right? Is the paint shading on his cheeks good? And is the contour, like that's how crazy far we've gotten in the line where like now it's like grading art rather than like, yeah, I guess it kind of looks like Luke Skywalker. It's very different and weird.
It's I can't even the last 2 years, I think, again with going, because I got to experience a TF Con once, like because we went we're not too far from Toronto, so that was a unique experience just to see just Transformer guys together and feeling like, okay, I know I'm probably the least educated guy in the entire thing, but can still appreciate like people who are doing like the artwork or to buy. I think the what do you call it? I think the album stuff that you and Zach talk about for the 80s, the 6 soundtrack or whatever. Isn't there a dude that
Jim?
Yeah, so I think I saw his stuff at the TF Con or
oh man,
whatever.
Yeah.
And
he was probably there, honestly. He is a fantastic guy. And it's cool that all of his stuff goes to, help research and fight cancer. So it's a good it's good all around. It's good stuff. Yeah, for sure.
So to see stuff like that, or to go to an 80s toy con or whatever, and they throw a few of the old 80s wrestlers, like you'll see Honky Tonk Man, and you go, man, Honky Tonk, you've seen some bad days or whatever, but just to feel like things aren't so closeted, I guess. Now it is more mainstream, and then sometimes I feel like maybe we get a little taken advantage of because it's become so mainstream now that they're like, yeah, we can raise that up by $1 or $2 and maybe throw in a bonus reattachable finger on this guy and put it out there, so
yeah, for sure. Now have you ever gone to a place where you've been recognized?
Once, and that was again really weird. It was just a local con. I know because that's where some of the local hunters are, and I just happened to walk by, and then somebody just kind of tapped me and they're like, man, you look really familiar. And I'm like, really? Okay. And wait a minute, do you have I do. Oh, the Canadian the Santa Claus guy. I'm like,
a Canadian Santa Claus guy.
I'm like, yep, that's me. So I mean, and now COVID's happened, and my numbers have definitely gone up since then. I think it was probably maybe 200 subscribers, and now I'm just over 7, I think now. So
did you ever think you'd be at 7?
No.
Yeah,
I figured. You know what? I like, again, I always put that 1,000 and 4,000 mark as like the holy grail. Like if that's all I ever do, if I get 1,001 subscribers and 4,001 viewing hours, at least I can do community posts, and at least I could live stream through my phone if I wanted to. It's really the community post is what I would really like to.
Yeah, that's really been a game changer for me as a YouTuber as well.
And to see that I'm yeah. So I mean, I saw the one video just on the Clone Trooper Lieutenant that I've got like 1,600 views on, because we got him a little bit early, so that was a help for me. So I saw where if I was monetized, that I would have made 3 cents on that. I was like, man, there's them YouTube riches are just right there. So I mean, I don't care. I don't you say, hey, it's great if you can pay for the PO box, or you can pay for maybe getting a new light ring or something, something little or whatever. I'm so late to the game, and it's never about that, because I love doing the live streams, or putting the videos out and interacting. Again, like Linda from Australia, there's some from the UK, and I've got somebody from Mexico, and I think somebody from Iceland. And it's like, really, you're watching this?
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Guy talk about crazy. So yeah, it's mind blowing for sure. So
I mean, just in this chat, we've got people from literally all over the world, and it's nuts to me that like that many people care about anything that we have to say, especially on the topic of toys. Yeah. I've personally, I've always been into toys. I remember being a kid thinking, like, when I'm adult, I'm still gonna like toys. Like, I was so indignant about how weird it was that like my dad didn't like toys, and like none of the other adults I knew like toys. Like, I was gonna be the adult that liked toys. Yeah. So like I've just, there was a time where I got out of it, where I was the too cool for school, and then there was a time where I was just too poor to own any toys, and that's actually where I got into watching YouTube videos. YouTube I went through a pretty rough period in my life where like I didn't really have anything. I didn't really have anything. And it was living vicariously through like YouTubers, where I was like, oh man, that'd be so cool to have that toy. I'm just gonna watch this person review it so I can feel like I'm playing with it, kind of thing. And that's kind of what got me into the whole YouTube aspect of toys. But I've always been into toys. So for sure,
it's a nice takeaway. You have a crappy day. I like to sit over in my chair.
Yeah.
And I can look at whatever, and it brings me back to a time where I can remember lining up 3 days ahead for when a Phantom Menace was coming out, or hey, so-and-so sent me this figure, or whatever. Just it's a great feeling.
Ryan Abreu, I never forgot Wheezy Waiter. I still follow him, you little bitch. Anyways, so I mean, even right now, I've got like 5 figures. I'm just on my desk right here that some of them are there because I was reviewing them, but some of them are there because I'm playing with them. Like I'm not like banging them together, playing with them like I was when I was a kid. I'm like doing this.
Yeah.
But like I like putting them in cool poses, and like, how can I move? Or like, can I get it in this? Excuse me. Can I get in this pose? And I feel like that's a lot what like toy photography is kind of naturally evolved into, is playing with your toys, where you spend an hour getting a toy in just the right like pose, and getting the camera in just the right angle, so you can get a really decent shot and make it look cool. So that's kind of what I'm into.
No, very true. Very true. I wish I had a good camera besides using my phone, so I could go outside and actually use the elements in some pictures. So it's all been get the room reset up and get everything redisplayed properly. And okay, then I'll start taking and then it's just like, well, work is there, and then the kids have stuff going on, and still got to spend time with the wife a bit, and maybe breathe once in a while as well. And then it's like, oh, then now it's time for bed now. So it's the days go by so fast. So
for sure, they go by way fast. Like what the hell happened today? After I'm done with this live stream, whenever that is, I'm probably gonna go eat something. But sometime tonight, I have to work on my next review, which is, like I said earlier, like it's done. Like the content is done and edited. I could export it now and post it, but it's just me talking at the camera holding a figure. So now I've got to go through, and I've got to spend probably an hour or two thinking of all the different types of pictures I want to show in the video to show off what I'm talking about. And then I have to think, okay, what other figures would go with this to go with that? Like, how can I show it off in different aspects? Like, what other figures go with this in terms of like continuity? So I think of that. And then I think, well, how can I shove a porg into this video, in this photo somehow? So there's a lot of stuff like that. Yeah. But that's for me.
True.
That's fun. Like that's how I play with toys. Is I'll spend a couple hours playing with figures, and then if you go back and look at my phone, I've got like 60 pictures of the same toy in like 40 different poses or whatever. And so it's always weird when people are like, "Hey, post the 13th photo in your camera roll," and I'm like, "It's gonna be a toy. It's just gonna be a toy. That's just how it is. It's either gonna be a toy or it's gonna be a cat."
Yeah. Yes, yeah. I think that's pretty well pretty much what I have on there too. So that, or if I find SKU numbers early for EB games for Black Series pre-orders, and that's in there as well. So I can just send it off to the staff and go, tag this on my account for me, please. And yeah, it's just
it's cool that you're in with somebody.
It's
like
all
that.
good. It's still.
I don't have anyone that I'm in with like that, other than I guess vicariously through you.
Yeah, they've been good. They closed my main store closed just over a year ago, I guess. But at Christmas time, they would they had a little stocking with my name. That's how much time I spent at that store. That my name was up on the stockings with all the other staff members, and I'm like,
oh,
it was really weird.
That's so sweet. Yeah.
But it was really good. But then when they closed the store, then they split the staff. So half went to one, half went to another. It's like, oh, which way do I go? Well, you know what?
Which way?
This one would always tag everything so I got to go that way. So I still stop at the other store and I see the store manager and one of the employees once in a while, but that one's 5-10 minutes more out of my way to go by, where the other one's literally down the street from the school I'm working at now. So it's just like, get in, right back out again. And and anything that comes in, and if I miss something, then they send me a text message. Hey, did you want this? Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, put that in the drawer for me. So it's
man.
So they treat me rather well. So
that's actually a pretty cool relationship to be in with somebody.
There.
It's like having a personal relationship with your crack dealer, but it's like plastic crack.
Exactly. Oh,
have a good night, Sword.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it sounds like, since it's 6:15 my time, it sounds like that dinner might be ready. So
yeah,
I think I'm going to bow out now. So
yeah,
and
absolutely. Well, thanks for hanging out. No,
thank you for the invite. Thanks to the few new subs that have joined. I'll have something hopefully dropping later tonight, maybe. So if not, it'll be tomorrow morning.
Sure. If you guys are watching this, go ahead and subscribe to Papa Gord. He's a great guy. Definitely one of my better friends on not just YouTube or the internet, but just in general. Like, it's been great to talk. We've shared some weight loss kind of stories and collecting stories, and for sure, Papa Gord is a great guy. Go watch his stuff. He's just super nice. Are you still doing a giveaway on your channel, or is that done?
The 700 is done. I got to ship those out this week, and then so that's going to be the 1,000. So I'm going to do the backpack with, I think, an assortment of figures. A few Black Series. I think I got a Figure Arts, maybe Marvel Legend or two to go in there. So that'll be the next one.
Absolutely.
Which
I'm probably going to do something similar when I hit 15,000. So when anyone watching here, I'm at like 14.6 or so, just around there. So in another 400 subscribers, I'll probably give away a couple of things here.
Oh, that's awesome. I keep watching your numbers and going like, yep. At least I was there before the 10,000. That's for sure. So
you were.
Linda, I maybe not tonight. I may live stream maybe a little bit tomorrow still. So I'll try to.
Oh, apparently Papa Gord just there he goes. Okay, you like went away for a second.
Good Lord. Okay, so I think we got the storm all in, which usually affects the internet over here. So,
Yeah.
but
So you're
yeah,
gonna
I may
stream
stream
tomorrow?
later.
Okay.
Probably. Yeah, I may pop out for an hour.
So go subscribe to Papa Gord. Go check out his channel. Check out his videos. Check out his reviews. He's gonna stream tomorrow. He's a cool guy. Go do it. Go do that.
Alrighty, awesome. Well, thanks for the invite, my friend. So
Of course.
I'll have
Thanks for hanging out.
let the that's great. So we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you soon.
For sure.
All right. So I bow out. How do I take my? Oh, here we go. Technology. What? That's a wonderful
It's so
thing.
weird.
So,
Yeah.
all right, later, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. I was like, do I remove him? Like, what do I do there? Anyways, so it's just me now, in all of my glory. And I actually, we're about 2 hours and 15 minutes into this, and Eli Nerd Writer's back. I'm probably gonna go as well, mostly because I have to pee again, mostly because I'm hungry. There's a lot of stuff going on my side, so I'm gonna go. That's just how that works. But thanks so much for hanging out. Again, if you haven't subscribed to Papa Gord or seen his channel, go check it out. Toy Galaxy was in here earlier. Go check out Toy Galaxy. He's a cool guy. And then Toy Galaxy 2 is their second channel. So go check out their stuff. But also just, be excellent to each other, I guess. That's all I got going on. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for getting this far. Like, share, and subscribe, I guess. I'm going to go get some dinner because I've had a lot to drink. And with that, I'll see you later. Bye.